You know that feeling? The one where you're scrolling, and suddenly a shiny new thing pops up. A new phone, a new pair of shoes, a new video game console. Your heart starts to beat a little faster. Your fingers get a little twitchy. You can almost feel it in your hands, and before you know it, a click, and your bank account is a little lighter. A lot lighter, maybe. And a few days later, the initial thrill fades, and you're left with buyer's remorse, a sinking feeling in your stomach, and a new credit card bill staring you in the face. Sound familiar? It's not a moral failing. It's psychology. It's a series of mental traps, of cognitive biases, of psychological triggers that are meticulously designed to make you spend. And to defeat them, you need to understand them. You need a psychological guide to outsmart your own brain. This isn't about being cheap. It's about being smart. It's about being in control. It's about building a life you can actually afford, a life that isn't dictated by the whims of a marketing algorithm. Let's start with the first trap, the big one, the one that kicks everything off: instant gratification. Our brains are wired for it. We're dopamine fiends. When you're hungry, you want food, not a promise of food in an hour. When you're bored, you want entertainment now, not a plan for entertainment next week. The internet, the modern marketplace, is a direct mainline to this primal need. A 2-day shipping guarantee, a one-click purchase. These aren't conveniences, they're psychological weapons. They bypass the part of your brain that considers the long-term consequences. They hit the reward center right away. It's a fire hose of feel-good chemicals. So what's the countermeasure? The 24-hour rule. It's simple, almost stupidly simple, but it works. When you feel that urge, that I must have it now feeling, stop. Don't click, don't buy, just wait. Put the item in your cart or save the link and walk away. Go for a walk, do some push-ups, play with your dog, just wait 24 hours. The initial dopamine rush will fade, the novelty will wear off, and in a day, you'll be able to make a more rational decision. The desire for the item often disappears entirely. You realize you don't actually need it. You just wanted the feeling of buying it. Next, we have the insidious trap of social proof. We are social creatures. We look to others to guide our behavior. If everyone in the village is running from the lion, you run too, even if you don't see the lion. In the modern world, this translates to things like top sellers, trending products, and influencer marketing. When you see a celebrity you admire wearing a certain brand, or a YouTuber you trust raving about a new gadget, a little voice in your head says, "They have it, it must be good, I should have it too." This isn't just about envy. It's about a deep-seated desire to belong, to fit in, to be part of the group. The feeling that you're missing out, that you're being left behind, is a powerful motivator. So how do you fight it? Challenge the narrative. Ask yourself, is this a true need or a manufactured desire? Is this product genuinely going to improve my life, or am I just buying it to feel like I'm part of an exclusive club? Remind yourself that the person promoting the product is likely being paid to do so. Their glowing recommendation isn't a reflection of the product's quality, it's a business transaction. And their life, the one they show on social media, is a curated highlight reel, not the full, messy, complicated reality. Don't compare your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. It's a rigged game. Then there's the masterful art of scarcity and urgency. This one is a classic. Limited time offer, only 3 left in stock, sale ends at midnight. These phrases aren't just marketing copy, they're psychological triggers. They create a sense of panic, of fear that you're going to miss out on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. They short-circuit your rational brain and push you into an emotional, impulsive decision. When you think something is about to disappear forever, you stop thinking about the price or whether you need it, and you just focus on the fear of loss. The fear of missing out, or FOMO, is an incredibly powerful psychological force. We are more motivated by the fear of losing something than by the prospect of gaining something of equal value. Almost every limited time offer is a lie. The product will be back. The sale will happen again. Companies cycle these things constantly. They are a predictable pattern, not a unique event. When you see a last chance banner, just say to yourself, it's a trap, it's a psychological trick. I'll see this again in a few months, and if I still want it, then I can buy it. By reframing the situation, you take away the power of urgency and scarcity. You remove the panic, and you restore your ability to think clearly. Let's talk about the anchoring effect. This is a subtle one, but it's everywhere. You're not judging the value of the product itself. you're judging it against an artificially inflated number. The anchor makes the discounted price seem incredibly attractive, even if it's still a significant amount of money that you don't have and a product you don't need. So how do you break free from the anchor? Ignore the anchor, focus on the value. When you see a discounted price, mentally erase the original price. Just pretend it was never there. Now ask yourself, is this item worth $250 to me? Is this a good use of my money, independent of any supposed deal? By focusing on the true value and your true need, you can see through the illusion of the discount. And what about the constant temptation? The notifications? This is the power of environmental triggers. Our environment, our digital environment especially, is a minefield of spending triggers. A notification from a shopping app, an email with a new arrivals subject line, a targeted ad that seems to read your mind. These aren't random. They are carefully engineered to get your attention and to put the thought of spending back in your mind. They make it easy to forget your financial goals. They are the tiny, constant drips that eventually fill up your spending bucket and overflow it. The countermeasure: unsubscribe from every marketing email, turn off notifications from shopping apps, use an ad blocker, block specific websites if you have to, make your digital environment a spending-free zone. Out of sight, out of mind. You can't be tempted by something you don't see. Let's also consider the sunk cost fallacy. This is the idea that you should keep doing something because you've already invested time, effort, or money into it, even if it's a bad idea. In a spending context, this looks like, I've already spent so much time researching this laptop, I should just buy it. Or I've already started this subscription, I might as well keep it for another month. You feel like if you don't go through with the purchase, all that time and energy you put in will have been wasted. But the time and energy are already gone. They are sunk cost. You can't get them back. The only thing you can do is make a rational decision about the future. So the solution is acknowledge and move on. Recognize the sunk cost. Say to yourself, yes, I spent an hour researching this. That's fine. It was an investment in my decision-making process. But it doesn't obligate me to make the purchase. My time is not a down payment on a bad decision. By separating your past effort from your future choice, you can make a clear, unburdened decision. Finally, we have the most insidious trap of all, emotional spending. This is buying things to feel better. You had a bad day at work, so you buy a new gadget. You're feeling lonely, so you go on an online shopping spree. The purchase isn't about the product, it's about the temporary emotional lift. It's about a brief moment of control, of pleasure, of distracting yourself from a more painful emotion. But the high is short-lived, and it's almost always followed by regret, and the original problem is still there. So the ultimate defense is find a healthy alternative. Identify your emotional triggers. Are you sad, stressed, bored? Instead of reaching for your wallet, reach for a book. Go for a run, call a friend. Learn to sit with the emotion, to process it, and to find a healthier, more sustainable way to cope. Buying things to fill an emotional void is like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in it. The water just leaks right out. The fulfillment has to come from within, not from a cardboard box. This isn't just about saving money. It's about taking back control. It's about understanding the psychological forces that are working against you and learning to use them to your advantage. It's about making conscious, deliberate choices that align with your long-term goals and values instead of being a slave to your short-term desires. It's a mental game, and with this guide, you can finally start to win it. We've just cracked the code on another big mental puzzle. Whether we were outsmarting the impulse buys or uncovering the hidden costs of modern convenience, the biggest lesson remains the same. Awareness is your financial superpower. Now that you have these mental tools, the heavy lifting isn't over, it's just beginning. The real work happens when you take this knowledge and apply it to your everyday decisions. You are now the analyst, not the automatic participant. If this guide gave you that essential aha moment, if it armed you against the tricks your own brain or the marketplace plays, do me a favor, don't let this knowledge just sit here. First, give the video a like. It's the simplest way to tell the algorithm, hey, this is valuable, show it to more people who need to take control. Second, share it with one person, a friend, a family member, anyone you know who needs to break free from the cycle of spending or passive living. Become a force multiplier for financial wisdom. Third, I want to know what stuck with you most. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's the one psychological trap you're most determined to defeat this week? Let's keep this conversation going and build a community of conscious choosers. Finally, if you want to keep strengthening that mental muscle and keep getting ahead of the game, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Join us as we continue to master the psychological game of money and living with intention. Until next time, stay aware, stay intentional, and stay in control. See you soon.